Welcome to Ignite Success. I'm your host, Snowden McFall, professional speaker, author, and coach. And with me today is Tanya Guydos. Tanya is the vice president at Iberiabank, and she is a specialist in customer service. Welcome, Tanya.
Thank you, Snowden. I'm glad to be here.
So, how long have you been at Iberiabank?
It'll be 13 years in October.
Wow, it's terrific. And I know that you've been fortunate enough to have quite a successful career at the bank, and you've had some recent successes with some very large accounts that have come in. How has that all transpired?
I have. I've been very, very fortunate with this. I've been, with the bank for, like I said, almost 13 years, and have followed my clients and shareholders and original board of directors. They've stayed with me since, and as such, the referrals come in from them. And most recently, two great people referred very large businesses, and they decided to bring their full relationships over, millions of dollars. It seemed to all just come at once, which was really great, but long time coming. One of them took over a year to really bring on board, and then the other one came rather quickly, but I believe it was meant to be, and I'm really happy to have them part of the Iberiabank family.
So congratulations. That's awesome.
I'm very excited.
So there's a lot changing in the world of banking these days. What do you see for the future in terms of banking?
Some of the things that I see changing now, and we hear more and more about it, especially in the news or in articles, many banks are moving away from the brick and mortar, actually having standalone branch offices, because so many people can do their banking online with mobile, online, through ATMs, etc., and other forms of payments. But I think we're also missing out on some things when that happens.
I agree.
People really do like to have that personal attention.
They do.
They might not think they do, but when they're in a pinch or they need to have something done, they want to know they can call somebody, not an 800 number, or try to find it online and just be, circling around all the time trying to get their answer. So as I see that change, I still think you're going to see banks like Iberiabank, which we consider a community bank, exist and still keep people on, because you have people that you will take care of from maybe when they're children, starting up savings accounts from their parents, all the way up to when they go to school, when they get married, as they move on forward in their future. They want to have someone they can trust and they can count on to help guide them through that and be part of their lives.
So what advice do you have for women who are in the customer service arena? Because, I'm sure you've had the same experience. Good customer service is a dying art. I mean, and when you have it, it's like a miracle. And I know that's one of the things that you specialize in. You go the extra mile with your customers, and you go to them. You do all sorts of things. Talk about what good customer service is.
I agree with you on that. Customer service is hard to find. Good customer service is hard to find. And I think my motto is I treat my customers like I want to be treated. And a lot of times you don't get good customer service out there. So as such, I make it my point to give them the best that they deserve. And if that means I need to go to their house, to their office, if I need to meet them. I even met a client out at the airport one night at 9 o'clock to sign a document so we could close the loan the next day.
Wow.
That's what I think is important. They like that.
Oh, of course people do.
It makes them feel important. And it makes them know that I value their time. You know, many people are busy. So if I can come to you and take care of something, then that's what I'll do. And it's just simple to do. People think it's not. They're like, oh, you have to go out and you have to go here or there. You run around. That's part of what I do. I tell everybody in the branch and everybody I know, if I don't have clients, then I don't have a job, pretty much. And so that's why I take care of them the way I do. It is what it is.
So some of the tips then I assume you would say are going the extra mile and doing what's needed to get the job done.
Absolutely.
Being responsive.
Absolutely. To
what their needs are. And continually supporting them through all the different changes in their lives.
Absolutely.
So that continuity is really, really important.
Right.
I think that's one of the concerns that a lot of people have with some of the huge banks, is that you might build a great rapport with a manager and they're there for 3 months and then they're gone.
Absolutely.
And you're like, well, wait a minute, who do I go to for the things that I need? I mean, it's crazy. I remember when I lived in New England, my little local bank where I had a great relationship got bought like 6 times in the course of the next 5 years. And it was crazy. It's like, who do I go to? So I think that personal relationship is so very important. What I think is particularly extraordinary about you, Tanya, is trying to balance it all. You've been doing a lot of this work for the last few years with your mom in a nursing home in the Midwest, and then she sadly passed away in the past year. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
So how did you do that? How did you take care of yourself, and or did you during that time? That's the $1 million question, right?
I was far down the rung. Trust me on that. It was difficult.
Yes.
Especially with her being so far away. It meant, traveling. It wasn't like I could just get in my car and be there in an hour
the Midwest,
or so.
Right, yes.
And so I do take my work very personally. And so it was, a catch-22 sometimes, because in the back of my mind, I was thinking about my mother.
Right.
And how to handle taking care of her long distance for her needs, and then making sure that I was still taking care of what I needed to take care of here at the office,
right,
in town at the bank. And the bank has been very, very busy. And being a community bank, we are, don't have 900 people working there. So
that's right.
I wear many hats.
Right, and you had a great support team that supported you and assisted you in going forward.
I
Is
did,
that right?
And so I had to rely on that, and then so I had to start prioritizing. And there were many times when I was out there visiting or taking care of medical needs, or eventually at the end, I was a nervous wreck because there were giant deals that were happening around this time. I was on my computer and I was trying to log on and take care of things while I'm with her and trying to assist her. And, I finally had to say one day, I was sitting in a room for 21 hours straight, that maybe when I, just take a break sometimes, don't be worrying about it. And then I would just go take care of it later on in the afternoon when I had a chance, when she, was resting. But it was difficult to try to.
Well, thank you so much for the great customer service, for the realistic picture of what it's like to be a busy woman with multiple responsibilities. And people can come and see you on Bay Street at the Iberiabank Bank, right?
Absolutely, the corner of Bay and Hogan. We even take drive-bys, so to speak. We'll come and get it from you for you.
Thanks so much, Tanya.
You're welcome.